Hi everyone, it's Ash here from FPL Hints, back with some more captaincy polling data and EO predictions. Following the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, all matches were postponed in Game Week 7 by the Premier League as a mark of respect. However, the Premier League did confirm that for Game Week 8 there will be Premier League football, albeit with 3 postponements, one being the Brighton against Palace, and the 2 other postponements are Chelsea against Liverpool and United against Leeds, most likely due to policing issues with respect to preparations for the state funeral. Before I look at the game week ahead, I'll look at game week 6. So as predicted, Haaland was the EO captain. The number of people that gave him the armband increased by 16% at an overall level. As for Salah and Jesus, the number that captained them dropped significantly. As for the Elite 1000, Haaland was the standout EO captain as I predicted, but I also mentioned that a large minority would give the armband to Salah, which was the case at 22.5% in game week 6. And as for the EO, Haaland almost hit 170%. Salah still went over 100%, and Jesus, with his fixture against United, dipped below 100%. As for the captaincy polling data, to be perfectly frank, I wasn't even going to run a poll for game week 8 due to it being so obvious. But I decided just for consistency and also validation to run a poll for one day, which generated over 1,000 votes. And as you can see, by a margin of 9 to 10, Haaland against anyone else, he is the EO captain. I'm projecting Haaland to have an EO of 180% plus among the Elite 1000, and the higher the rank tier, the higher his EO will be. And I can't see any other player having an EO among the Elite 1000 or any other rank tier that exceeds 100% in game week 8. And of course, we know that Wolves at Molineux isn't the easiest of matches, but as we saw at the end of last season, the likes of City and Liverpool can get the best of them, and that was with Connor Cody in the team. In terms of alternative captains, honourable shout out to Harry Kane, who's got a fantastic record against Leicester, and also De Bruyne. He's also a viable option, but in all honesty, it really is Captain EO, Captain Haaland for game week 8. And before I go, I wanted to provide some context with my captaincy picks to date and how they've done so far. And in the early stage of the season, I go with that choice with respect to what I see in the polling data and also the form of the player as well. So as for my captaincy approach at this moment in time, I've got 108 points to date and 1 captaincy blank. I'm pretty content with that. It's ticking along fairly nicely, and I'm happy to go with this approach. 90% of the times I will go for the Captain Obvious, Captain EO choice, because I don't want to mitigate risk when it comes to captaincy. However, I am willing to risk captaincy in certain occasions when it comes to double game weeks and the later half of the season, or perhaps if I want to make traction. So it's not as if I would always take this approach, but it's worked so far. It's a safety first approach. And by captaining EO, you're basically captaining the player that FPL managers are perceiving to be in form and who they perceive will score the most number of points in the upcoming game week. I'm completely content with that. It's worked so far. And if you've ever benefited from my captaincy polling data or EO projections, please be sure to like and subscribe. Take care and all the best.